once.
Accomplish something.
Yeah.
And finally, Congressman, you and 6 of the families of victims from the 2018 mass shooting in Parkland are going to be leading Education Secretary Miguel Cardona and others through a guided visitation of Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School later this morning. Can you tell us about exactly what this event, what you hope what message you hope to send with this walkthrough?
No, thanks, Mika. Thanks for that question. I mean, I'm at my house right now, which is half a mile from Marjory Stoneman Douglas, which is the high school I graduated from. We have done these tours before. The freshman building where the shooting was almost 6 years ago now is the time capsule. It's exactly as it was the day after the shooting. They have not touched it at all. The backpacks that fell off, the shoes, the writing that was on the dry erase board, the computers that were on the desks, the homework or essays people were working on, the broken glass that's all over the place. And so we've been bringing congressional delegations through. I've been bringing Republicans through. And now this is the highest ranking member of the Biden administration, the Secretary of Education, to come through the building, because that building, within the horrors of those walls, are lessons to learn on how we can keep our kids safe in school. Some of these failures that we saw happen in Parkland, we saw repeated again in Uvalde. And so I'm hoping to have a conversation with the secretary. I'm hoping to show the secretary that in addition to doing stuff on gun violence prevention, we also need to be doing stuff on school safety, and we need a national standard on school safety, and we need a national standard when it comes to responding to these events.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's one of the reasons why there's such hypocrisy now with people who call themselves pro-life. While they let women die, as you talked about in the 7 o'clock hour, they let women die on the operating table, or let women go out and die and say they can't
sterilize them.
And then or sterilize them. And then you look at what happens here, what has happened here. I mean, more children. Children die.
Carnage.
Of guns. It's the #1 cause of death for children in America today. Who's pro-life? Who's pro-life that supports the continued proliferation of weapons of war? The answer, let me help you here, nobody. Nobody. Weapons of war. And Jared, I want to thank you so much. I know our good friend Fred Gutenberg would appreciate, and I'm sure he'll be a part of it, appreciate what you're doing today. We think about Jamie all the time, and the others who lost their life that day. And we're so grateful that you are drawing attention to this and hopefully move us out of this madness where we can start actually being pro-life towards children who are actually breathing and living today in
Democratic
our schools.
Congressman Jared Moskowitz, thank you very much for being on this morning.